right, as Han Solo said, she might not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. 1973 Lund, at least that's what the tags say. $300 guy was selling it for. I traded a $700 boat for it, which was made out of fiberglass and not quite my forte. I really wanted aluminum. I wanted aluminum because I know I can patch it, I can work on it, I can bolt stuff to it. Fiberglass, not for me. I've been running it with this 58-pound cheap $150 trolling motor for about 2 weeks now, 3 weeks. Gets me up to about 4 miles an hour. Does exactly what it's supposed to, and I was really surprised I get 4 miles an hour, but it's usually pretty steady about there. Had the seat here, had a rise seat here, and another rise seat back here too. I pulled those off because they really kind of deterred me going back and forth and what I wanted to get to. Added these. These are actually from a garage door. So if you look at the beams, they go down and they curve around. Same as these beams. They come up and go around. I had to take one out and put another one in somewhere, so I had those and they were handy. And they also flex, man, but they will not bend or break per se. So if I'm gonna hit that with my boat or back into something I probably shouldn't have, then they keep from causing too much damage. This is my new baby. I got this about a week ago, and it's a RATO 9.0 Chinese engine. But man, I'll tell you what, they've been using the RATO engines as motors in lawnmowers and other yard equipment, things like that, over in Europe for many a year now. So it's just, we're able to get them, but they're using different alternatives for, it's different. So it's got the shaft drive that goes down, and everything that I saw online, which there aren't a lot of videos about this engine specific, it had 2 different caps down here. It had one down here and then one up there, which is to put the oil in and then have it drain out. I spent $18 on the oil, opened it up, didn't need it. It already had oil in it. Added oil in it, fires right up, no problem at all. In fact, I will jump up here and fire it up for you. But she really kind of blows my mind on how quick she fires up. Gotta hit that choke, pop it in there. She started. Let the choke release. She's not real loud. It's about a lawnmower. And she's good. She ain't moving much now. When it gets hot, I do notice that it turns the prop, whether you want it to or not. The opposite of a motorcycle grip, so you push it forward to give it acceleration. No, I do not have a disconnect hooked in here, but it's got one set there so that if I fall overboard, I can hook one in and make it so it doesn't go. But she does. That's about 80% of throttle. She does so far good. I am concerned about this a little bit though, because it vibrates so bad that my transom mount is kind of slipped up. And the last thing I want to do is fall in the water. So that'll hook a chain up. No, I'm gonna drill holes. I'm gonna drill holes through my transom. I'm gonna put these bolts straight through it so it ain't going nowhere, and it's exactly where I want. Then I know I can accurately align my transom, because if you don't make this, so if this moves even just an eighth of a 16th of an inch, right, that's going to mess up what your transom is, and so you're going to lose whatever kind of optimization you actually put in the first place. But yeah, she's a good boat. I like her. Next thing I'm going to be doing next year, I got a lot of plans, but this year I'm still going to rebuild all this. It's kind of interesting. I got my life jackets down here, and of course, fire extinguisher. I got a bell or a whistle hanging here. I want to put a horn on it, but I'll tell you what, right now, it's going to be an air horn. It's got to be an air horn. It's going to be loud and just go boing, 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 right? That's what I want. But I got my ropes over here. This is my tie-on rope, or my docking rope that I've got there. And then the anchor rope goes all the way across and hooks up to this cleat. It's really easy to kind of get to. The whole thing here actually is on a hinge. So it lifts up and you can get underneath there and get more. So I'm going to take that out and then I'm going to turn around and use it as a template to build something new. As it is, I rebuilt the seats, I rebuilt the floors, everything on it. I put all new wood down in the back. Over winter, I'm going to pull it off the trailer and then I'm going to turn around and put the boat over here and then the trailer over here. Let me... old age is good for you. Underneath here, all these rollers, I want to replace the rubbers on that. But once I get it pulled off, I'm going to go through and see that roller down there. I'm going to oil all those up, lube them up, any of them that are broken or cracked. I'm going to turn around and modify them. But I got a lot to do. But man, I'll tell you, I ain't never had a better boat. And I had the last one. It was a tri-hull. Don't get me wrong, great boat. Just not what I needed for what I'm doing. I'm on about a 100-acre lake that connects to a 200-acre lake. And I want to just go fish. And I don't want to fish in a speedboat. This makes a lot of noise, don't get me wrong. But at $500, I mean, it was $500 delivered. It took a week to be delivered. That's, you know, a quarter of what the same horsepower in a name brand would cost you. And this is my backup. It's even got a backup battery, which that's what I'm gonna hook all my lights up to. Got my 360 light back there, my right and left, green and red. And I've got some things that I can drop down. I need to have USB ports and stuff like that. But I'm gonna sand it all down over fall and spring. And over that time, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I wanted to name it Gallifrey, but my daughter said that I should name it TARDIS because the colors match the TARDIS. And I'm going to name the trailer Gallifrey because it's home. Hope y'all are having a good week.